And we are very proud and pleased of the prestigious European Green Leaf Award that was nominated to just recently. So let's look at some of the results and actions we have made. Since 1990, we have decreased our greenhouse gases emissions by 46%, and we are going to be carbon neutral in 2030. For several years already, we have used only eco-certified electricity, and by 2025 also our district heating is going to be carbon neutral. The city also acquires only biogas or electric cars. And 100% of municipal waste is recycled. We have got excellent results also with Junior University concept, which is a joint effort of the university, the city, and several companies. In Junior University, students from preschool to high school attend sustainability education at Lappeenranta schools. The topics are climate and energy, waste management, and circular economy, and also clean water and business models. We think the concept of citizens' activation is something other cities should look at. So what makes us special is that we are just not taking care of our environmental footprint, but also focusing on increasing our handprint. The Lappeenranta University of Technology is focused on clean energy research, sustainability, circular economy, and water technology. As a city, we receive a continuous flow of new ideas from the university. Together with the university, the city provides a world-class research and innovation environment for companies. The Green Reality Network is a business-driven coalition of regional enterprises, municipalities, and academia. It has almost 50 members. The main activities of the network are to provide a discussion arena for the companies and public bodies, joint marketing, knowledge sharing, and organizing research and development projects. By this network, we reserve practical green business ideas to push forward. In Lappeenranta, we take both big and small actions to make our city more sustainable and a better place to live for people and nature around them. We are green for real. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jarva. A lot of interesting initiatives and bold strategies of becoming carbon neutral by 2030. All the best of luck for that one, and we hope to be inspired by your actions, also to transfer your good practices to other cities in Europe. Thank you. Next speaker is Stine Nygaard, coming from Norway, the CEO of Climate Partner. Actually, Stine, you are focusing on public-private partnerships, and you are working with cities in implementing innovative governance management in different cities in Norway. Could you also please introduce yourself and tell us a bit more about your action with the public authorities?
Yes, I will be happy to. First of all, thank you for this opportunity to share with you some reflections on how we work. As Florian said, my name is Stine Nygaard. I'm the CEO of Climate Partner here in Viken County, Norway. We all know that in order to reach the crucial goals, we need strong climate ambitions on local and regional levels. We also need a much higher implementation rate of climate actions in all parts of the society. So the Pentahelix project focuses on helping municipalities in developing ambitious climate action plans that actually will be implemented. To address this, we have developed a methodology called the Pentahelix task forces, where we gather actors from public and private sectors, academia, NGOs, and citizens to cooperate on developing and implementing climate plans. In Norway, our Pentahelix task force is named Climate Partners, and I have been asked to share our work model with you today. And first, I would like to underline that more than everything, this is a simple model, however, proven to be effective. It can easily be shared, and we are more than happy to do so. Having said that, I dare to claim that today Climate Partner is Norway's most important business partnership for climate gas emission reduction and green business development. So I will take you through the main 3 elements in our work model. The first pillar is our main goals and our challenges to our partners. Climate Partner have 2 strategic goals: to lower climate gas emissions and thereby reach UN's 1.5 degree target, trigger green business development. In other words, we work on both ends of an axis, reducing and growing. We also challenge all our partners on 2 matters: to become fossil-free by 2030 and develop green spearhead projects within their organization. Pillar number 2. What we ask from our partners is to become committed to these 5 tasks. There, I get a message there from Florian. Is it something?
No problem, Stine. You can continue, please.
Okay. So what we ask from our partners is to commit to these 5 tasks I will give you. First is top management participation and anchoring. Climate work and strategies must be deeply rooted in top management, and the same goes for climate partnership. They are to hold an environmental certification. Company partners that don't, they commit to start the process of getting there, and we are of course happy and willing to help them choose the right one. 3, implement systematic environmental management system. 4, prepare an annual climate accountancy in cooperation with us in Climate Partner. And the 5th and last is pay our annual partnership fee.
Thank you very much, Stine, for pointing
I'm not
out.
Finished. The 3rd and last pillar is that we, the Climate Partner, we deliver back to our partners, which is maybe the most important one, is effective and meaningful meeting places where we focus on climate-related issues and know-how that can help our partners in their daily work. We have, excuse me again, is the video not on now? Is that an issue? Yeah.
No, everything is good, Stine.
Okay.
I think that you are hearing the internal discussions that we have.
Okay, sorry. It's coming on my head. Yeah, okay. So I'll ignore that. First, I will pick up that we offer effective and meaningful meeting places where we focus on climate-related issues and know-how that can help our partners in their daily work. Secondly, we claim that we make a stronger company profile for our partners, because being a climate partner is a reflection of your focus on climate issues and green work, and this is in itself strengthening to your company profile. And additionally, they have us. We are our partners' most enthusiastic promoters. We speak about them, we brag about their projects and achievements. We promote their people and we share on our rapidly growing social media platform. We share knowledge on green business development and climate risks. 4th, we provide a solid solution for yearly climate accounting. Actually, we have a tailor-made solution for that, made by Climate Partners. And we have a national database full of competent key people and a well of best practice cases all to share. However, adding to this, maybe climate partners' most important role is to be a matchmaker between the public and the private sector, as well as academia and NGOs. We can provide to the private partners a voice and influence on the politics and plans executed in public sector, while the public sector can get better understanding and insight in how to implement climate measures and how to best reach climate targets. So, what can we show for so far? A lot. I picked a few pointers for you. We are proud to say that we are now Norway's only national climate partnership, present in 10 of Norway's 11 counties. We have 250 motivated partners from all sectors. We have partners that successfully achieve systematic reduction in their climate emissions, where 25% of them are fossil-free today, and 75% have set a goal to become fossil-free within 2030. We have increased the focus on climate issues in Norway's media and business life. And last but not least, as we speak, we are developing a bank of 100 green solutions and best practice examples from our partners to be launched later this year. And with that, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Stine. It's a very comprehensive presentation about what you are doing with the climate partner, and we are happy to see that you are integrating both public and private and companies and NGOs with a highly impact on the cities that you are working in. I will be going back to you also to tell the audience, because I had it has been told to me that you are not there, you are not listening in the introduction. So this session is called Inspiring the Next 100 Climate Neutral Cities. We are speaking, as you have seen, of best practices, experimentations and innovation in different cities. You have seen the example from city of Lappeenranta, a global approach from Stine on climate partner, and now we'll pass on a more concrete action that we have with our member TVT Innovation in southeastern France with Leila Behmeria, that is going to share with you some open innovation activities that TVT implemented in their framework of smart city concept. So, Leila, if you could take the floor and present us what you are doing at TVT and which is your focus on smart city.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everybody. First, I want to thank you, Florian and EBN, for inviting me to this session, where I'm going to share with you some of our activities in the fields of smart cities and also eco-innovation. So I'm Leila Belmania. I am a PhD on signal and image processing and computer science, and I work at TVT Innovation as a R&D project manager. So TVT Innovation is a metropolitan economic development agency and a business innovation center, which is located indeed in Toulon, and we help innovative entrepreneurs with business support services such as incubators, co-working spaces, startup accelerator programs, etc. And we are also an active member of the French Network for Innovation RETIS, as well as EBN and the IISP networks. So regarding our initiatives in the field of smart city, we have launched 3 years ago the R&D project named CityLab, which was initially a follow-up to a TPM metropolitan areas response to a national sustainable development program, which helps the authorities to create new districts that meet ecological and smart cities criteria. So this gave rise to a big renovation project of the Chalusset district, which is now renamed as the Creativity and Knowledge District. And with this particular flagship building for the TPM School of Art and Design, and where TVT has also its spaces, mainly in the 2 last floors. And regarding CityLab, we were located in a prefiguration phase, can I say, at the Digital and Innovation Center, and now we are about to transfer the urban laboratory, meaning the physical space, to the new district of Chalusset, where we will test our major experimentation around the Li-Fi. So for those who don't know what is the Li-Fi, Light Fidelity is a wireless communication system that in which we use the light as a carrier for the signal instead of the radio frequency standard channel. So basically, this will use the rapid pulses of the new age LEDs to encode the information, the signal, whether it's 0 or 1, which corresponds to the state of the LED, whether it's turned on or off. So we should point out that these flickers are so rapid that it can be detected by a human eye. So we are going to see if our POC, proof of concept, is working with the architecture that was implemented in this new district, this new building. Other than that, we have some missions to fulfill in this project, mainly to promote the existing solution in our territory so that people can know about it and maybe use some of the services. We also try to deploy some experimentations in several fields, like indeed energy transition, the preservation of environment, mobility, and always using new technologies. So this is very important for us to use things like data, like AI sensors, so this kind of thing to implement our solutions. We also try to explain the upcoming concept of the city of the future. So we prefer to talk about the soft city instead of the smart city, meaning that we put the human being we focus on the human being when implementing our solutions. So this is basically co-constructed activities that we set up each time. So regarding our open innovation strategy, we at CityLab, we work closely with a number of major companies such as Veolia, EDF, GRDF, Orange. We try to work with this major company, but also with the SMEs and startups of our ecosystem. These startups usually works on IoT, on AI, and digital field in general. So we try to work in a mixed collaboration between these major companies and the smaller one. And we are also lucky to have a strong partnership with high education and research stakeholders, so such as the High Engineering Institute ISEN INCREA Méditerranée or the University of Toulon. So we had this famous experimentation around connected hives. We are proud now to have 2 connected hives on the roof of the Digital and Innovation Center. So for instance, this was a experimentation carried out in partnership with the ISEN INCREA Méditerranée, students from this school, but also the Fab Lab of Toulon and the Bee Shielders Association. So this is basically an association that works on the field of hives. And we conduct this experiment to show the importance of data. So this is funny because people can see in the same time the activity of the hive using the camera that which the hive was equipped. And also the data collected in real time. So basically these measures temperature, pressure, humidity inside and outside the house. And so this is a funny way for us to raise the awareness about issues like the preservation of biodiversity, of the environment also, and doing this using data and new technology. So this is really our focus in the CityLab project. We also work with our partner Veolia on energy transition issues. So we have launched a demonstrator in the Digital and Innovation Center. So basically, this is a smart kit, starter kit smart building. So it's a numerous sensors that were set up in the building, and this allows us to optimize the management of the wet and dry networks, but also to raise the awareness about the behaviors of our users. So we try to work on with the users of the building. We try to work on the green nudge theory, so to make people change the way they use whether the lift instead of the upstairs, or the upstairs instead of the lift, the lights in the classrooms, and so on. So this was for our experimentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a very comprehensive as well presentation. We see that you have a lot of initiatives, a lot of partners involved, a lot of experimentations. I really enjoy the fact that you are putting all these new digital technologies such as AI, IoT, big data, and so on to the service of the citizens. And you mentioned soft city, smart city for citizens, let's say. I think that it's a good transition for the next speaker, that is Martin Kerkeler from the city of Hamburg, that has extensive experience in nature conservation, and he wants to tell us more about the importance of having technological innovation linked to social impact, and present as well in few words clever cities.
Florian, thanks for introducing me as a friend of EBN. I really am glad to hear that. And well, I'm very thankful to be part of this event, because I'm the project coordinator of a Horizon 2020 project called Clever Cities, where EBN is one of our partners. A lot of partners there, 33 partners, 9 cities. Hamburg is the lead, but we also have scientific partners and NGOs with us in a nature-based solution project financed by the European Horizon 2020 program. So we are not alone in doing that, what we are doing, because Clever Cities is just one of a whole bunch of European projects funded by the European Union in this Horizon 2020 approach that deals with the implementation and the uptake of nature-based solutions. And so nature-based solutions, perhaps we have to clarify that these are solutions to societal problems and challenges which either use processes that occur in nature or are inspired by those natural processes. If we, for example, talk about the storage of water, the purification or cooling of air, or the balance of existing ecosystems. So this is also very closely linked to the term of ecosystem services that you might know already. Climate change and the extensive use of resources poses a threat to those services, obviously, that we receive from nature. And that is why using nature-based solutions could be a good idea in order to cope with the challenges of climate change and the loss of biodiversity. while, and this is very important, this is not the only thing we have to do, while solving certain societal challenges that we see in our cities and improving, well, the overall prosperity of neighborhoods and communities in our cities. And this is the urban side of the project. Cities, and especially certain deprived areas in those cities within the urban context, face a lot of challenges at once. Societies getting more diverse, for example, an overall population growth, at least in the cities that take part in Clever Cities project, increasing prices on the housing market, an unjustly distributed access to urban green spaces, and which was especially shown now in COVID-19 times how important that is. Problems of maintaining public infrastructures, but also a lack of participation, resulting in sometimes, well, poorly legitimated actions. So now we do have, as you can see, several things at the same time here, responding to the needs of local communities while improving certain natural processes, for example, water storage, flood protection, heat protection, biodiversity, soil quality, air quality, and so on. So we are convinced that nature-based solutions, for example, the use of green roofs, green facades, urban agriculture, restoration of forests, of grassland, of swamps, of green spaces, can be a great benefit, let's say, to the climate adaptation and the battle against climate change. But how do we do that? So how do we use nature-based solutions in a way that benefits at the same time local communities, and that also enhance the uptake of nature-based solutions by making them, well, more accepted and making them an improved tool in the toolbox of urban regeneration? So in Clever Cities, we've already learned a lot about this, and some lessons are that, of course, we also use technically smart devices. Of course, we also want to be smart cities. We've heard a lot about that from Leila in the presentation before this. But we want to use those smart devices in a clever way, because we want to embed technological innovation in social innovation. Just a little example for this is that we have used, here in Hamburg, we use large touch screens on public events called DPAs, where you can access a lot of layers, different layers of urban data. We call this project Finding Places, where we, together with people at this event, identify locations for the implementation of nature-based solutions. So we have smart devices, we have smart sensors that provide more and more urban data, but we have to bring that into participatory processes in order to increase the social impact to a maximum. We have to reach also, let's say, a shared understanding and interpretation of these data among all the stakeholders. So this is why we talk about, in Clever Cities, about co-design and co-creation, two terms that mean the involvement of local neighborhoods throughout the whole process. A maximum transparency and the common envisioning of a desired outcome, of a desired future, let's say. So we have to connect urban data to the life experience of the people and to integrate their local knowledge in those processes. That leads to greater ownership, to acceptance, also to smoother political processes. And this is what we try to do in these urban living labs that we're setting up, our urban test beds, where we try to keep processes open, flexible, sometimes iterative. And we are also, I really liked what Stina said before, we're also a matchmaker here. So we link stakeholders in those urban test beds from different domains, academia, administration, private enterprises, local communities, and so on. And this leads us, and this is my last point, to the other interface towards administration and policy. So public administration, per definition, is perhaps not the most innovative environment. I'm allowed to say that because I'm part of public administration. So what we have to make it easier for those people, for these actors to accept nature-based solutions and those processes. So these urban test beds that we have help to understand certain processes and to detect chances and also risks, perhaps. We co-monitor our implementations, so we prove the efficiency, and we try to standardize certain processes. And this is really important because this helps local and regional administrations to overcome doubts regarding the uncertainty and democratic responsibility of those processes. Better point of departure for planning and budgeting these processes. So this is our aim. And because we still have the challenge here, the gray solutions, like using a lot of concrete to solve something, is still a safe and a very reliable option. So we have to make nature-based solutions more attractive also to decision makers, and also raise their awareness that these solutions are available and reliable. That's all from my side.
Thank you very much, Martin. I hope that Mr. Jarva noted your point about making aware the public and public authorities about the solution of nature-based solutions. Anyway, I think that we have two common threads here. We are seeing that ecosystem is very important, the governance is very important, involving different kind of stakeholders, the different kind of actors, and also using the technologies, digital technologies, smart technologies for a better city and for citizens in general. So with that, maybe I will get back to Mr. Jarva. I will also invite you to put some questions on Swapcard because we have some minutes left, and we will take the most of the questions in the meet the speakers room. So, Mr. Jarva, maybe you can focus a bit more on highlighting which are some of your public and private partnerships that you have built there, and how that helps you, the entrepreneurial tissue maybe help you to reach your goals in the city of La Peranta.
Thank you for the question. We have several solutions for that. Firstly, the enterprises as well as citizens were involved in the development of our strategy. We listened to ideas from enterprises and universities also, and that results new inventions and solutions for us. And secondly, with networks like Green Reality Network, as I mentioned, we can accelerate new business ideas also. And thirdly, we try to test the solutions in the city whenever it's possible.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Jarva. We are happy to see that you are taking into consideration also the entrepreneurial tissue when building these solutions and involving them locally and actively. Also on this regarding the stakeholders involvement, I know that Stine, the climate partner, you are very keen on involving different stakeholders as well, but trying to push the message that climate work and strategy should be deeply rooted at top management level. So why do you think that this is important, actually, not only involving these stakeholders, different kind of stakeholders, but actually involving the top management in it?
I think without having the top management behind the decision on focusing on the climate change and green solutions, it's that simple. You won't have the search for effect, because they can delegate and put it. People will do it within the organization, but if they don't have the top management sign off, it won't have the impact it's supposed to have in the organization in order to actually change the route of strategies and way of working and product development, service development, everything. So that's why.
Thank you, great. Passing on to Leila, you were mentioning the open innovation strategy, of course, that involves active participation for different kind of stakeholders, but namely big corporates. So how are you involving them? You mentioned different corporates in water industry, electricity industry, gas industry. How are you putting them together also, and how are you connecting with the top management to reach your objectives?
Well, as I said, for the CityLab project, we are in a form of consortium where we work all together. So these major companies now try to find new solutions for the energy optimization, for also raising the awareness of public, because at the end these users should also participate at their level to try to change the behaviors and the mentalities. But also we had this program this year, the Eco Masterclass. So this addressed really different stakeholders, social stakeholders, but also major groups such as Veolia and EDF. And we try to explain the concept of eco-innovation, the stakes, the tools, and to source and identify associations and startups that are working on this kind of problematics. And we were glad because at the end we have at the pitch contest we have like four winners with a very interesting solutions for ocean depollution, for like anti-waste project. We had also this project solution for mobility. So this was a really success, and I think we are gonna do the same thing next year. It's run by Ritis originally, but we adapted and customized the program to meet local specificities, and also to answer some challenges addressed by Veolia and EDF, namely the transformation of the uses, the recycling and sustainable supply, the preservation of the environment, and also the energy transition. So this kind of project shows us that it can be very interesting for the different stakeholders to work together for this kind of problematics.
Thank you very much, Leila. And we are touching the end of this session